Okay, let's face it. Not everything in music is great. There are some throwbacks that are slept on for a reason, and there are some things that are slept on that aren't a throwback. And I know this. I get tons and tons of emails, Twitters, and everything. People telling me to review songs and albums and artists that have came out in the past, and I'll listen to them, or I will actually go and, remember it. I'll be like, oh, that's such and such. No, I'm not reviewing that shit. That shit is horrible. So then I came up with an idea. There are artists out there, even some of our most prolific platinum artists that have made impacts in the game that have bombed. What, you think Jay-Z was the only one that was out in the 90s? Oh no. There was a lot of cats who made some grave errors. And that's what we're going to point out now on my new segment I like to call Epic Fails. So, without further ado, let's go.
Yeah, do it like that.
Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, it's your boy. Once again, I was actually excited for this CD. I really thought it was going to be dope when it first came out. This is in 2000. He had a website, you know what I'm saying, and I really thought that this was going to be one of those game changers. I mean, he was signed to Madonna's Maverick label, and he had his own website. The website was phenomenal, but oh my god, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I like the CD. I think the CD's dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna front. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. It's dope. Like, it's one of those CDs you can listen to every now and then, but you can't. Like, this will never hit my car. I will never roll with this. This will not find its way on my MP3 player. This is in the back. Put up. You see, I brought it to work because I do my review at work. But yeah, it's kind of nuts, man. It's shit's kind of real out there with this CD. So, but this is Dalvin DeGrate, member of Jodeci, who you never really heard sing, but apparently, according to Casey and JoJo, he did sing in the group, and he can carry a note. I mean, but it's almost like he really should have had Casey and JoJo and DeVante Swing coaching him on some of these lyrics, because Stevie J was not cutting it, and Stevie J is popping now. Stevie J, props dude, he's one of those guys who actually helped the Bad Boy era. So, real talk, Stevie J is the real deal, but this is where he kind of started declining. He was dating Eve around this time, so maybe Eve was putting that pit bull in the skirt on him, and he was slipping. So let's take a listen to Dalvin DeGrate, Met-A-Mor-Phic. Yeah, that's the name of the CD, Met-A-Mor-Phic. This is when everybody was kind of going off the whole Matrix futuristic thing. Yeah. It gets worse. One thing I am going to say about the CD is he put a lot, every time I record and this shit happens, he put a lot of money into the creation of this CD. First off, before the time it came out, a CD like this was unheard of. You know what I'm saying? It was real thin. It wasn't as thin as they are now. You can get them now, but that was kind of different. And the CD itself was, I thought I was about to get some shit. You know what I'm saying? You saw this, I'm like, oh man, he's about to murder Casey and JoJo. Yeah. Let's get into it. Now, for those of you that don't know who Dalvin DeGrate is, let me give you the lowdown on my man. Born Dalvin Ertimus DeGrate. Oh, DeGrate's his last name. He's born in Hampton, Virginia, member of Jodeci, and he's the younger brother of DeVante Swing. If you don't know who DeVante is, he is the guy who produced a lot of the Jodeci stuff. He's a Dalvin DeGrate is a drummer, background singer, and he was the rapper for the group, but he rarely sang lead. I mean, it's rare. I don't even know a song where he sung lead on. So, he dated T-Boz from 1994 to 1997. Oh, that's cool. Met-A-Mor-Phic came out in 2000, April 18, 2000, with the single "Why Can't We." Now, there's some bullshit behind this. If you were to go to the website back then, he had a whole different song that was on the website. When you clicked on it, it was a remix of one of his songs. I'll look it up here in a sec and I'll play it for y'all. But it's not on the album. That's the whole reason why we bought the album. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's rare that we take a leap for an artist like that, but we did. So, but anyway, he was actually signed to Def Jam, and this is recent. This is 2010 era. He was doing a Met-A-Mor-Phic 2, the Rivalry of a singer and a rapper. He had appearances with Method Man, Redman, and Ludacris. I'm gonna look this damn album up because I gotta hear that. But he left Def Jam because of disputes. What? I don't even want to know. He was going to do an album, Egomaniac, in 2012, but it's 2013, so I guess that's not happening, or he's taking whatever time he needs to take. He works with Stevie J, Tim and Bob, of course, Jodeci, Missy Elliott, Timbaland. Yeah. So this is gonna be a rough one. You know what I'm saying? This album is, I guess. The album doesn't lack in production, really. I mean, there's a few songs on here that are garbage, but for the most part, this album lacks more in the writing. This album was poorly written. I mean, and I'm comparing that to Jodeci's work. You know, I'm not even thinking about Casey and JoJo's album. This is Jodeci. This is a man who wrote a few songs on Jodeci albums, then this album should have been way better written. I'm thinking like, okay, brother, you know, get the album. It starts out great. First song is "I Got That." Good beat.
Yeah. I feel 600.
You know, his vocal range isn't the best, but it's decent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can definitely tell he was not the main singer on Jodeci. So, the single was "Why Can't We." First off, let me talk about "Why Can't We." The video is garbage. Poorly done production, and it kind of sucks because the whole feel he was going with the album was kind of like a futuristic Native American Matrix type feel, and the website he did, that back then websites were expensive to make. I know this website cost him some cheese. It had to have, because the website was far beyond anything I've ever seen at the time. This is in the year 2000. I remember it took forever to load up on my computer because back then you had AOL, dial up. So, but it was like, when we got the album, you put it in, and like I said, I don't hate this album. I just feel like it could have been better, way better. So, then Dangerous.
Contact with you. They say that a fact is true. The fact is I love you. I wanna.
This has DeVante in it. Now, when I think of DeVante, I think of boom, 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 boom. I'm thinking there's gonna be some shit, but it's like not that at all. Let me say this now. This album has more good songs than bad, but the bad songs outweigh the good as far as the quality, because it's like, it's kind of like somebody bring you up, and then bring you down. It's kind of like, you know how they say, you know, black people do things that bring them, set them back 20 years. This album will set him, every time it's a good song, it's like there's a bad song that pushes him back. One of the good songs on here is Long Day. It's a slow jam.
Since you've had a long day, gonna make you feel better tonight.
It caught the attention of me and my cousin Big Bread. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Bread. Good slow song. You know what I'm saying? Good harmonies. It was a good song. Definitely could have been a Jodeci song. I really would have loved to hear Casey killing that. You know, More Than Friends is a pretty good song.
I'm satisfied each and every night. Believe I want to love.
I guess it's, but my song is
You want it for that you're not my girl, but you fell in love.
Not My Girl. Not My Girl is probably, to me, one of the illest beats on the album. You know, it definitely gives you a good feel. You know, and it fits his vocal range. Scandalous. See, Scandalous and I Got That, they both have that futuristic feel. Scandalous has Stevie J on it. Stevie J's on that song. And like I said, it gives you that futuristic feel, like this is what the album should have kind of been. It should have been, you know, that, you know, had you ready to just put on a space helmet and go find you a fine female and just go to work. Till you get enough. Till you get enough.
Yeah, do it like that.
When you went to the website, this is DalvinDeGrate.com. I don't know if it's still up or not, so don't. If you go to it, it ain't up. I wouldn't be surprised. But when you went to the website, it was like the beat. You know, the beat kicked in. That was the first thing you heard.
Jam.
You know what I'm saying? It was. You know,
Do it like that.
you got in your head. It's real. You like, yeah, this is gonna be a great album. I can't help it. I didn't like this song at all. But the song that probably takes this album from a high C to an F, epic fail, is the last song, Love Bites.
When you make love, do you look in the mirror? Who do you?
I looked on YouTube. I looked everywhere on YouTube, and for some odd reason, everybody who has the song posted on YouTube has the comments disabled. I'm pretty sure people are on there talking cash shit, because it's like, all right, the album kind of flows like this. It goes up, down, down. It goes up, stays right there, and then Love Bites just crashes it. Love Bites is a horrible, horrible, horrible song. Dalvin DeGrate's Met-A-Mor-Phic is one of those albums that try to capitalize off the whole new millennium thing. I applaud him for his effort at stepping out, you know, not being a front man in Jodeci. Honestly, I think he would have been better off teaming up with his brother, DeVante, and doing like a duet album. If he would have made this a duet album that had DeVante on it, this probably would have worked out a little bit better for him. Like I said, it's a beautiful idea. The idea, everything was execution right. You can't blame the label for it. You can't blame nobody but yourself, bro. I mean, it's only an epic fail for the simple fact that, like I said, that Love Bites takes this album down, dude. That album, I mean, you should have just took Love Bites off. It should have ended with I Can't Help Love. Better yet, you should have put that remix of, I don't even know what song it is, but it's a remix to a song that's on this album. like I said, the beat was hard. That song kept with the theme of the album more than Love Bites did. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, out of a 5, I give this album a 1.5. And it's not because you really have to listen to it yourself. I'm really on a thin line with YouTube right now, so I don't want to post too many songs that might get me flagged. But like I said, go listen to yourself. It's like 1 cent with Amazon.com. It's worth buying. You know, so like I said, you buy it, you listen to it. I better yet, go listen to it on YouTube. You get the track list off Amazon, listen to it on YouTube, and judge for yourself. If you think I'm wrong, let me know. But like I said, you know, I applaud him for the effort, but this is not the album that should have came out. Now I'm gonna go look for Met-A-Mor-Phic 2. Hopefully, somebody bootlegged it. I'd love to hear it, but like I said, man, you know, this wasn't a good idea. I bought the album. This is like actually my 3rd copy of the album. I bought it when it first came out. Then I bought it again like in 2003, and this is my 3rd copy. But this is your boy, Mr. 2000. This has been an epic fails. Yeah. Oh yeah, and by the way, just because if I do an epic fail and I give it a 5, that doesn't mean it's a great CD. It just means it's high up on the fail list. Because of never mind. Peace out.
We ain't saying no wet dreams. We gon' give it to y'all raw. You know what I'm saying? See me, I'm Sleazy. And it's my nigga Dalvin right here.